Hi, everyone.
Hey, everyone.
And welcome back to Farterland Optimists.
I'm Fartston.
And I'm Flopriel.
Yeah.
And today we're going to be talking to you about imposter syndrome.
Yes.
Yes.
Imposter syndrome has felt a little too real for
Very
us these
real.
past few days. And like, if you know what imposter syndrome is, you know it's like an inner saboteur that creeps up on you in the worst of times and makes you just doubt yourself and everything that you do.
Mhm.
And if you've never experienced imposter syndrome before, congratulations. Jealous of you.
Yeah. Why don't we look up the definition of it? Because I did that the other night. And just so we're all clear.
Yeah, what's like the textbook definition of imposter syndrome?
Okay, imposter syndrome, a psychological condition that is characterized by persistent doubt concerning one's abilities or accomplishments, accompanied by the fear of being exposed as a fraud despite evidence of one's ongoing success.
Yes.
Okay. So for me, I feel like the first thing that comes to mind was literally the creation of this podcast.
Yes.
I feel like, first of all, we went in to make this podcast because you and I talk together so well, and we have such a breadth of things that we talk about together that are genuinely interesting. We both have degrees. We both
We both have 2 degrees.
We both have a lot of interest in film and acting and media, and we are chronically online.
Oh, very much. Very much
We're
so.
very knowledgeable about the things that we talk about. But even then, I still feel like I'm not entitled to have a podcast or have my voice be heard in that way.
Yeah. Like last week, we were like, I don't feel like, are we being profound? Are we being professional? Are we like,
let's talk about that.
yes.
So guys, after filming episodes 3 and 4 last week, we went to Shake Shack and we had a little debrief. And I feel like we were very
hard on ourselves for no reason.
Disappointed in ourselves for what was going on with this podcast. And now looking back, editing these episodes, they're great.
Yeah.
And they're fun. And I feel like we feel some type of way about our work when we shouldn't be.
Yeah.
I think especially we were wanting the focus of this podcast to be a little too educational or like a little too serious and profound, when that's not always the reason for a podcast.
Yeah.
And I think the thesis of our podcast is ultimately to like have fun and have this be something enjoyable to listen to. It doesn't have to be a lecture.
Also, we aren't serious people.
We're
so
not
why
serious
do we
people.
feel like,
Why are we trying to be serious all of a sudden?
why do we feel like we have to put on a front? Like we're not, it's not that serious.
It's not that serious. And you can have both. You can be profound, you can be informative, and you could still be fun, lighthearted, funny, unserious.
We're just being ourselves. And I don't know why, like in that moment, we felt like being ourselves is not good enough.
Right.
Like, I don't know why we feel like we have to be ourselves, like sitting on the 2 degrees that we have.
Right.
Like trying to prove something to anyone. We don't have anything to.
Right. And who's to say, like, why do we feel like we have to be acting like something we're not? Why can't we just be ourselves? Is that not good enough?
Yeah.
So that's something to think about.
Yeah. Also, it's just us beating up on ourselves. Like no one else is like,
mind you, no one has given us criticism yet.
Like, no, we haven't got any, like, hello?
Like this is unreleased at this moment.
We shot the episode and then we went to grab dinner and we were just like,
we hate ourselves.
we're flopping. We're flopping.
We're flopping.
Floptimus.
It was giving Farterline Floptimus.
It was giving Farterline Floptimus.
Before it was even released.
Before it was released. And I feel like that like always stops people, because in that moment, we could have been like, oh, delete the whole pod. We're not doing it. We're not doing it.
Which we've been there multiple times.
We have been there.
Only have been there multiple times. But I will say, I think it's really fun. I think a podcast can be a space to not be serious, not be contained, and things like that. Because there are other spaces for that. Like, for example, when we go to work, when you are acting, when I am being serious about filming a short film or something like that.
Yeah.
This can be a fun space.
Exactly.
And who's to say our friends wouldn't say good things about us?
I know.
I feel like if anything, they're interested in what we have to say and would love to hear us speak freely on a podcast.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's when I feel like, specifically with acting, and I feel like imposter syndrome, like when I'm in audition rooms and I'm looking around, like, mind you, I don't know anything about anyone else. I'm just like being so hard on myself. And it's like beating other people to the punch.
Right.
I'm going to beat up on myself. So then like when you do it, it'll like soften the blow. And like, why do you do that?
Yes. It's almost like your brain prepping for an external criticism when that external criticism may not even be there. And why are we hardwired to think that way?
Yes.
Why is that?
Why do we think that way?
Mm,
I don't know.
yeah.
And it's so like back to like auditions and stuff. That's where I like kind of see the most like imposter syndrome. It's really
Mhm.
funny, like sitting in the audition room. I can see like someone who I think very highly of and who is very talented. And I'm over here thinking, oh, I'm not going to get in this show. I'm not going to get in this show, whatever. And then we start talking and we
Mhm.
realize like we feel the same way. Like
Exactly.
they're also feeling that way.
Exactly.
And it's like, why do I view someone else as like flawless and perfect, but I can't see like good qualities within myself? Why can't I see the best in others and not in myself?
Yes. And another good thing to keep in mind is I feel like a lot of people are thinking similar about themselves, not to
Yes.
put them down in any type of way, but just it's good to keep in mind that you're not alone in that.
Yeah.
Going off of your auditions, have you had a bad experience or like an experience where you were severely criticized to make you continue that thought process? Or like, why do you have that? Is it universal thought that like auditions are
Hmm.
scary and full of criticism, or what do you think?
Yeah. Well, obviously you want to do good. And because it's like something that I care about so much, I don't want like my heart to get broken.
Mm-hmm.
Like from like, and so it's kind of like trying to build up. They always say you need tough skin in this industry.
Yeah.
And it's like trying to build up tough skin internally, like
Mhm.
within yourself, like, oh, I can take it. Oh, I can
Yeah.
do whatever. But in terms of like bad experiences, I don't think I've had like any, like, I don't, no casting directors have been like, oh, you suck. Like, I
Mhm.
don't have a reason to feel this way. You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Mhm.
Like, I know I trust my abilities and I work hard and like, but still when I get in that space, I'm like, oh, I didn't work hard enough. Oh, I didn't work hard as that
Mm.
person over there. Oh,
Mhm.
I could have done better. You know what I mean?
Do you, I mean, I'm assuming so because you're going in auditions, but like you're facing rejection ultimately.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. How do they like reject you? What is it?
Usually you just don't hear back,
Okay.
which is the best case scenario. I'd rather
You
not
think
hear back.
so?
Well, kind of, I would like feedback,
Mhm.
you know, but like ultimately, if the role isn't right for you, it's not right for you.
If they give you feedback or even just like a straight no, is that like in person? Is it over the phone? Is it through an email? Like what is it?
Um, Usually like a rejection email.
Okay.
Yeah, if they even give feedback.
Is it like a copy paste? Like we were
Yes,
so
girl.
impressed with the breadth of talent, but
Yes.
we're going with other candidates.
Unfortunately,
Unfortunately, yeah.
the talent was too big.
Right.
There was too much talent this season, and unfortunately,
Right. It's
Mhm.
always just like a copy paste, no feedback, nothing specific.
yeah. But even then, that's a part of like the industry.
Mhm.
I can still like do that. I should still be able to like get that feedback and move on with my day, and I
Mhm.
do.
Mhm.
But like when it comes to like even before the audition, I've
Mhm.
already psyched myself out.
Mhm.
And like
Mhm.
I'm already in the auditioning room, like I'm not good enough. I'm not, you know what I mean?
Okay, but talk about when you go into an audition and you do think you killed it.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Y'all, okay. So before I do that, like to like combat those feelings of like me psyching myself out, I'm always like in the corner saying, I kind of look at imposter syndrome like in like feelings of self-doubt. I kind of look at it as a challenge. Like I'm always like
Okay.
right before the audition, I'm like talking to myself. I'm like, oh, you think I can't do this? Oh, I'm gonna show you I can do this.
Period.
Oh, you think I'm not good enough? Oh, I'm gonna show you. This is
Period.
me having this conversation with myself, by the way.
Shift the mindset.
Oh, you think
Right.
I'm not good? I'm pointing at myself. And yeah,
Jealous of my mansion? Yes.
yes,
Yeah.
the view is gnarly. Yeah,
Right, right.
the view is gnarly.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
And like usually I do very well in my audition. Not to be like, yeah, I'm so good. Like, guys,
Well, no, like people in the audition room have told you like you did great.
Yeah.
They witnessed it.
yeah, I feel very good about my audition once it's done.
Mhm.
Because like, of course, it's something that I love to do. And it's like my escape, but like the build up to it is just like, oh, I just want to do good. Oh, I just want to, when you're like facing imposter syndrome, just do it. Like
Just
once,
vote.
yeah, just vote.
Just vote.
I know I'm gonna be out, so just vote.
vote.
No, like, yeah, just do it, dude.
it.
Like, if it's your thing and it's something that you're passionate about, how could you be an imposter? If it's like something that you want to learn in and get better in, how could you be an imposter
Mhm.
at all?
Mind you, you are also taking the initiative of going to auditions,
Yeah.
of prepping it. You're singing songs, you're learning monologues.
Yeah.
Like you're fully immersing yourself into it.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
putting yourself out there creatively to be critiqued in any kind of way is brave.
Mhm.
and like it should be congratulated, and you've already won.
Especially in front of an audience.
Yeah, you've already
Yeah.
won. Like you've
Mhm.
already like surpassed not only self-doubt, but like doubt from others.
And
And
the fact that you're even invited to these auditions says a lot as well.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I think yes.
Yes. Wait,
Yeah.
I just thought of like a saying, but I forgot it. Like,
Okay. Well, I'll go off of that in my experience. I think what comes
oh,
to
I
mind.
got it now.
Oh,
Sorry.
go for it.
You wouldn't have that opportunity if you weren't ready.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You wouldn't even be here if you weren't ready. Like, yeah.
Ooh, you're in that room for a reason.
You're in that room for a reason. Be
Yeah.
confident.
I think for me, what immediately comes to mind is like the amount of interviews I've been in for jobs,
Yeah.
with studios and just that process. Like I'm talking dozens of interviews and it's dozens of rejection emails. Like for me, I've interviewed at like literally dozens of places and got one offer.
Yeah.
So it's me fully going like, I put on this nice outfit. I did my
Yeah.
hair and makeup. I cleared the background and I'm sitting in this Zoom interview and I'm like, I have rehearsed these lines so many
Yeah.
times just to get a rejection, just to get a third round interview. And it is building that thick skin. So by the time I was done with that, it was like routine.
Yeah.
Um,
Can you talk about like, have
Yeah.
you noticed anything like as a woman
ooh,
going out and for
Mhm.
these interviews for these
Yeah.
studios,
yes.
which are like majority dominated by men?
Mhm.
Have you like noticed any
Mm,
like differences in how you're
Yeah.
treated? Because like imposter syndrome is like disproportionately affects women.
It's so interesting because the studio that I work at is actually very good at hiring diverse groups and also hiring a lot of women and putting a lot of them in high level roles.
Yeah.
Like I really admire that about my job. So a lot of the different studios, that one included and other ones, a lot of people that interviewed me were women. And I
period.
think for me as a woman, that's great because we're able to connect like on a different way than
Right.
like if I were interviewing with a man. So that's already something I'm really enjoying. But I think they're very thoughtful in like the questions that they ask, and I think they're just more relatable.
Yeah.
And they can understand on a different level, like where I'm coming from. So that's been a really great experience. But a lot of my bosses, like genuinely all of my bosses within the film industry have been women. So I'm really loving that. When I was
Good.
interning, my direct manager and then like the top lady of the department women. Or, yeah. And where I'm at now, like literally all women above me. That's it.
Yeah.
So that's really inspiring to see. What was your original question?
Bye.
Me in the interview? Wait, so what was your question?
Wait, I think you answered it.
Yeah.
Like, do you feel like you're at like a, how do you experience imposter syndrome as a woman, as a woman,
As a woman,
as a woman, as a woman in the entertainment industry going out for like these interviews and stuff?
Yeah.
How did you experience?
I think sometimes I'm definitely in a lot of rooms where there are mainly men, and especially like on set. Whenever it's on
Yes.
set, it's a lot of men. It's like men, male directors, male gaffers, male talent, like a lot of that. And I do find myself being the only woman in the room a lot, despite my direct managers being women.
Yeah. So what's your mindset like when you're the only woman in the room?
Honestly, I think I've done a really good job of like finding my voice and being
Yes.
like a strong voice in the room. Like I don't care that it's all men in the room. I know that my voice needs to be heard. I have a valid opinion.
Yes.
And I'm there to work and I'm knowledgeable. So me being a woman has nothing to do with my work ethic or my skill set.
Of course not.
No. And I think I've definitely shown that at work. So that's been good. And I will say all of the men that I have worked with so far have been great as well and have been very, very receptive to that and have not shown, at least verbally or like visibly, that that's a problem. So that I've been really fortunate in that way.
Yes. Hey. So with like the entry level job that you have, like it's very much like a would you say like kind of apprenticeship type?
It's a PA program where I'm doing a bunch of different things throughout the year. So I'm either literally PAing on a set, I am shadowing a lot of higher ups or directors, producers, people that have been in the industry for like 20, 30 years within their department and things like that.
Being in like an entry level position, is it like, I guess you wouldn't, do you feel imposter syndrome?
Yeah. Yes. It's actually very interesting because I think the attitude that you walk into a room with it sets the tone a lot. So like obviously do not have a lot of experience in a lot of different rooms that I'm walking into.
Yeah.
And they know that.
Mm-hmm.
But I walk in excited to learn and I'm very receptive to whatever they're teaching me. And I'm also a fast learner. So if I show interest, even if something that I'm not 100% in love with, they take that as, oh, she's willing to learn and
Mm-hmm.
she's going places.
Yeah.
I've had some of the people that I work with tell me like she's going places. I
Yes.
loved her interest, and like even if she didn't care about it as much, she was really showing a genuine interest.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if I feel imposter syndrome, but I will say, I don't know if we mentioned this on another episode, but I recently saw a TikTok that said being the youngest person in the room like says a lot about where you're going.
Yeah.
Like you're going places when you're the youngest person
Yeah.
in the room. And for me right now, being in like my first job outside of college in the industry, that's the case like 100% of the time.
Mm-hmm.
So I like to keep that in mind. And
Yeah.
yeah.
I feel like that's like the absolute correct mindset to have. Because I feel like a lot of times we don't let ourselves be learners and we don't let ourselves grow.
Mhm.
And we feel like it has to be perfect the first time.
Also, I think a lot of young people who have experience like in college or like learning online want to walk into a room and say that they know everything, because I
Yeah.
feel like in this industry, a lot of like being on set and stuff like that is, oh, you need to know everything already.
Mm-hmm.
But at least in the space that I'm in, doing that almost shows a sign of like you don't care what these people are trying to teach you.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to find a fine line of like showing your skills and being receptive to what people are telling you, even if you already know what they're sharing.
Yeah.
You like showing interest and listening instead of speaking. I'm speaking.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Mr. President, I'm speaking.
I'm speaking.
I'm speaking.
Shows a lot about your character and the fact that you're willing to expand in that way.
Yeah.
So we talked about your acting. Do you have any other like facets or areas where you feel like you have imposter syndrome? Maybe outside of acting, because
Yeah.
I'd say you claim acting as like your
I do.
main thing. So what about when it comes to doing things that are a little bit out of your realm?
So I have a lot of imposter syndrome when it comes to writing
Mm-hmm.
as well. I'm always like, girl, like you're literally, you cannot write. Please sit down. Like,
Just vote.
just vote. Actually, just vote. Yeah. So recently, me and one of my best friends, we wrote a pilot episode, right?
Yes.
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 Yes. And it was so refreshing, honestly, because I never felt imposter syndrome, because also I wasn't writing about, I was writing something that I knew,
Mhm.
that I really connected with, and that I like had a lot of knowledge about. And that's also another thing, like do stuff that like draws you to it. Do stuff that you connect with.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have like a reason to be there and you have a purpose. And yeah, so yeah, we wrote this pilot episode and it was just the easiest thing to write. And that's when I realized I have so many other short film ideas and like scripts that I haven't finished, because I'm like, this is bad. I'm not a writer. I can't write.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And so that's why I've been telling myself lately, like I have stopped judging unfinished products, because I just have to finish it.
Mhm.
Like I have to finish it, and then I have to make it exist, then make it good.
Yes.
I saw that on an Instagram post once.
That's
Whoever
the
made that
motto.
Instagram post, you're a genius.
Yes.
Yeah, just make it exist first.
Mm-hmm.
Because I always have these things that I'm like, oh, I want to do this project. Oh, I want to write a script. Oh, I want to shoot this short film. Oh, I want to start this podcast. And I always have these ideas that I just put out into the universe, and
Mhm.
it just goes nowhere, because I'm like, it has to be perfect on the first try.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
And there are people out there who have ideas on ideas in their notes app,
Yeah.
right? But you taking the first step to make it exist,
Yeah.
you're already steps ahead
Yeah.
of the notes app people.
Yeah. And then
So-
I'm like, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like I sometimes feel like I'm not good enough to like, I'm like, no one wants to see a short film from me.
Mhm.
No one wants to see what I wrote. No one wants to see what I have to say. It's too niche. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But there's always an audience. And
There's an audience for everything.
yeah.
Yeah.
And everything, when I say that, I just completely abandon the idea. That's another thing. Imposter syndrome gives me the freedom to be mediocre. It's like,
Mm.
oh, I'm not gonna like, this isn't gonna go anywhere anyway because I'm a nobody. And so why would
Mm.
I even try my best? Why would I even put in the energy to like do my best?
Mhm.
Which is so unacceptable.
Also, another thing is that things take time.
Yeah.
Like if you want an audience, for example, this podcast, we think right now maybe our friends are going to listen, but who's to
Yeah.
say down the line we might gain a bigger audience? Maybe people we don't even know, people
Yeah.
worldwide, people across the country, whatever, people into film, but we don't know them,
Yeah.
stuff like that. But that's not going to happen overnight.
Yeah.
Mhm.
You said good things take time. I watched Hamilton yesterday, the 10th
Okay.
anniversary special in theaters. And at the beginning, they were just talking about like how long it took to get that on Broadway and get that up and running and be like the successful, iconic show that we know today. It took Lin-Manuel Miranda so long
Mhm.
to develop that,
Mhm.
but all we see is the finished product.
Yeah.
So finish your stuff.
Yeah.
Do not let anything go unfinished.
Mhm.
I say that with the half done script in my Google Docs right now. Like,
But mind you, writing a pilot is a great accomplishment.
Yeah.
And maybe you feel imposter syndrome about writing, but I hear that you're writing. I'm like, oh yeah, she's also a writer. Like I didn't even
Yeah.
question that. I'm
Yeah.
like, of course she's a writer. She's been in theater. She's memorized scripts. Of course she can write too.
Mhm.
Makes sense.
oh,
That's what I was thinking. I was like, okay, you're writing a pilot. T,
yes,
let me read it.
Yes.
Yes.
No, and the pilot was just so fun to write because, like I said, it's based on like our experiences, but like with a very like exaggerated comedic element, of course.
Mhm.
And it was just so easy to write. And now we're going back and we wrote it. Just wrote. Just write. Just wrote.
Just wrote.
Just wrote. Just vote. We just wrote it. We were just writing all of our thoughts down, and we're like, we're gonna come back. We're gonna edit it. We're gonna have table reads. We're going to just make it. We've made it exist now. It's time to make it good.
Yes.
Yes.
And it's a lot easier to workshop an existing draft than to workshop nothing.
Yeah.
So when you make it exist, then you have time to move things around or polish it or whatever. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
But it will never happen if you don't. If you psych yourself out
Mhm.
and you feel like, oh, you're not good enough to do this. Oh, because what we tell ourselves, it manifests in real life. Like
Mhm.
how you talk to yourself, like, of course, it will manifest in your day-to-day life. And if we feel like we're just not good enough to do something that we want to do, then we'll never do it.
Okay, a few things on that. I feel like one of the reasons why we are hardwired to be such perfectionists is
Mhm.
that, again, not to be cliche, but like it's literally the internet and the content that we're consuming.
Yeah.
We are consuming so much content and a lot of it is polished and perfect. And it's like, well, now we have to be up to that standard.
Yeah.
But again, you don't see the behind the scenes of a lot of
Mhm.
things. And sometimes the content that we're consuming, people have been working on for years.
Yeah.
Like, for example, I don't know, us seeing Beyonce, like that.
I was hoping.
Yeah. That performance, the stage, the
Mhm.
lighting, the visuals, the dancing, the singing, that's decades
Yeah.
of
Oh,
her
yeah.
and her team working on that.
Yeah.
That doesn't come overnight. And so who are we to compare ourselves to something like that?
Yeah. And then another thing is she started like planning the Cowboy Carter tour before even Renaissance.
Yes.
So it's
Yeah.
we think we see, oh, she did Renaissance, then she planned Cowboy Carter. Oh my God, that's impressive. No, she had been planning Cowboy Carter.
An example for me is like photography.
Yeah.
Like my photography has evolved over the years, but I literally started taking photos in like 6th grade.
Mhm.
And so it's been what, 10 years or something? Like
Oh,
maybe? Wait, that was a random number. 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th,
it's
11th,
been more than
12th,
10 years.
freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. It's been like 11 since 6th grade. Oof. Okay, 10 years of photography. It's definitely changed. And I also think like going to college or maybe starting early in the industry, there's a lot of people that I'm surrounded with who have said like, I've never touched Premiere. I've
Mhm.
never directed anything. I've never acted in anything. And it's like, well, you need to start working on that now. So give it a few years and you'll get a lot better. Like, so
Yeah.
when people go, wow, your photos are so great. I'm like, well, it's because I've been working on it for so
Exactly.
long.
And people don't see that. All they see is you just clicking on the camera.
Right.
Yeah.
So long. I've studied it. I've played around with it. I've edited them for hours. Same with like editing or just cinematography in general. I think I've gotten so good, not to toot my own horn.
Toot toot.
But like I've definitely improved over the last 10 years because I've been practicing it for 10 years.
Barter line. Sorry.
Okay, another thing I think that goes along with imposter syndrome is speaking your goals out loud to strengthen your belief system.
Yeah.
So I read something online recently that says like speaking things out or sharing it with friends and family, making it tangible reinforces the beliefs that you already have.
Yeah.
So if you have a certain belief system or a certain set of goals, but you keep that quiet in your head, you start to forget it or lose it or not believe in it. So like even speaking things out on this podcast, like in our first few episodes, we're talking about what we want to be. We're talking about our superlatives and stuff like that. It refreshed in my brain. Oh yeah, that actually is a goal that I am actively working towards. And I still am capable of achieving that one day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also with the superlatives, it shows how our peers viewed us. Guys, I love y'all for that. Like, please. That's something I've always dreamed of. And the fact that like I've never said it out loud, but I've said it out loud a lot.
People are actively thinking that about us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm like, oh, this is real. Oh, I can actually do this. It's not just me being delusional in my head.
Another thing, like a perfect example of that
I am delusional, but.
And that's how you have to be in this industry.
Yeah.
One thing about myself is I know that I'm very like logistically, I think numbers, I think technical. Like with putting together this podcast, I'm immediately thinking about the project files, the project management, the tech that we need, the types of mics we need. Whereas you're thinking of the creative. And I feel like sometimes I'm not thinking creative. And a small voice inside me says, I want to be more creative and I want to not worry so much about the technical. And I was getting lunch with a friend the other week and I was explaining this to her and she's like, wait, but you are creative.
You are.
I was like, oh my gosh. Okay. Wait, I am creative.
Why do you feel like you're not creative?
I don't
Is
know.
it because, I mean, I just feel like you can diversify your
can do both.
skills. Yeah, exactly. You can do both.
You can do both. I think that's just something with the way that I think I have like a project management mind.
Yeah.
And not as much of a creative mind. And you know what? Maybe I do have a more of a creative mind, but I'm not actively exercising it as much.
Yeah.
So that's something I definitely need to work on despite my imposter syndrome on that.
Yeah.
Who's to say I can't be creative?
Who's
people think I'm creative.
Guys. We can be anything we want to be.
They've seen my work. Just vote.
No, and me on the other hand, I like that's if I'm not being creative, I literally go crazy. Like if I don't have something to like decorate or like something to like creatively plan out or like if I'm not making a script, if I'm not acting, I go crazy and I get real mean too.
I also think creativity is a luxury. If you have time to be creative, you are very fortunate. Like
this is very true.
Especially post-grad, people are caught up in working, paying the bills, just trying to survive, just trying to hustle and get it done. And you don't always have time to like sit down and go, oh, I'm going to write a script right now. I'm going to paint. I'm going to make a song. I'm going to play piano and stuff like that. Another topic that I want to talk about on this is perfectionism.
Yeah.
Because I know that's what we've been talking about. It's very much tied into the concept of imposter syndrome. So I wrote down something that makes me hesitant or slows down my creative process is the perfectionist mindset. When I complete a project, even if I work extra hard on it, I'm left feeling like I still haven't seen my best work, even if what I just made is technically my best work.
Yeah.
So like in my head, I've had this entire start to finish process and it's done. And my brain has already moved on to the next thing. I'm like, well, but you haven't even seen my best thing yet. This is my current thing, but I'm already leagues ahead of this, which number one, no, I'm not. Maybe in my brain, but not with the work that I've created. And so in that way, I can't even celebrate the work that I've already completed. Like it's not something to be celebrated. It's something to check off a list. And that's really toxic. I wrote down, by the time I achieve my goals, I don't feel like they should be largely celebrated. There's no time to sit back and celebrate. Something my brain tells me is that I should have accomplished that anyways. And therefore I just need to move on and try harder.
It's kind of sad.
That's really sad. And that's a perfectionist mindset. This is something that's been happening my entire life. The idea of setting and completing goals. I think for me, I've been like such a high achiever in my life and I'm always trying to do right by the rules and whatever that I'm struggling with goals. So let's get into this a little bit. In elementary school, we had this thing called goals.
Yeah.
Like
I was thinking that seems like a school mindset.
it's definitely a school
It's like
mindset.
you're grading yourself.
Yes. So when I was younger, we had this thing called like monthly goals where we would write down a goal that we want to complete that month, something that we're struggling with or falling behind on, and 3 ways that we're going to achieve that goal. At the end of the month, if you achieved it, you get to like read it out loud at an assembly where all the parents came and listened.
Excuse me.
And then
Whoa.
you get like a prize. And every single month, I remember I was like, well, I'm already doing everything I need to do. I'm going to achieve this goal regardless. Like, this isn't even a challenge for me. And so I would just write something down that I knew would happen anyways, because I genuinely had nothing that I felt I needed to improve on. Now, I don't know if that's like a perfectionist thing, or maybe I wasn't aware of stuff I needed to work on. I don't know. And if I needed someone to tell me otherwise, they weren't telling me. And I feel like that very much carries on to my present day. For example, what got me thinking about this is one-on-one session I had with one of my bosses at work. She was like, so what goals do you want to set for yourself within your work and within your personal life? Because being in my job, a lot of the mindset is like an early career. You're always improving. You're improving yourself, your communication skills for the next thing. It's not like, oh, you've found the job and you're settled. There's always room for growth. So I found myself doing the same thing with my goals with my mentor. I was like, I'm going to make these goals and I will have met them by the next time I meet with her. But I already knew that. It wasn't even a challenge. And I feel like I've been doing everything right. And the feedback that I have gotten has been I'm doing everything right. So that's where I'm at with goals. How do I combat this?
Jesus.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Do you feel this way, or how do you feel differently about that? How
You
do you
said a lot. What part?
Okay, so let's talk about this. When you have a goal, like how do you approach it? And when you achieve that goal, do you feel accomplished, or how does that work for you?
Okay. I don't know what to say. I will say this though. I've completely dumped the perfectionist mindset because I feel like, well, I'm very hard on myself, one. And my like idea of perfection is so, of course, it's like high. Everyone's like, it's so unattainable. It's so unreachable. And I feel like even if I were to get there, that finish line would just continue.
It's that thing, like you're chasing it and you never get to the finish line.
And I still
moving.
like, I still continue running.
I think that can be good in some ways. It can like continue to be motivated and you know, as a young person, like you have a long ways to go. So recognizing that you're never finished is good in some aspects, but sometimes that can be a little extreme and get toxic.
Yeah. I feel like, especially in the acting world, I don't want to be perfect in the acting world. You know what I mean? That's one thing that I love about acting is because it's just such an examination of like the human condition. Humans aren't perfect. So it embraces imperfections. And that's what I love about that. And yeah, I will never be perfect. I can just get better and do my best every day and show up for myself. I had a voice teacher in college. Shout out to him. We love you. Yes, he would always say, remember, we are not trying to get perfect. Set a goal for yourself you need to practice like voice every day. If you love it, you'll practice every day anyway. But he said, set a goal for yourself to get just 1% better every day. So by the end of the month, you're 30% better than you were last month.
Which, by the way, is a lot.
Yeah, exactly.
And that 3.5 months of that is 100% better.
Yeah. Like, look at how far you have come, like right now. Right now. At this moment. I'm already better than I was in July.
Wait, period.
Yeah.
I feel like that fluctuates for me.
Really?
I'm definitely not getting better 1% every day.
Well, I mean, like that's just with like one aspect of my life, like my voice specifically. And like my craft is just getting,
and
I'm aiming to get,
I think that's a good mindset to have, like when you're focusing on one thing, like your voice or your acting or completing your script, like focus on it every single day, that kind of thing.
So that's really shifted my mindset. I don't want to be. And then, the acting that embraces imperfections, it's just kind of made me real. Like, I don't have to be perfect. I just need to be real. I just need to show up and be authentically myself every day. And if I can do that, then I've achieved my goals in my book.
Now, with imposter syndrome and perfectionism, add those two together, what do you get? Burnout.
Ooh.
And burnout is a whole other conversation. I feel like, especially post-grad, I'm feeling that 100%. Like, I'm feeling the effects of whatever strain I put on myself in college.
I'm trying to think if I've ever experienced burnout. Yes, I have. Only during school, though. Like when I have an assignment due or anything. Ooh. I feel like I was a very busy person in college. Oh, like
You
classes.
were.
Yeah.
Especially with theater.
Yeah. Classes, rehearsals, exec boards, all of that. I was always having something to do. I feel like I really thrive on always doing something and always having somewhere to be. So I haven't really pushed myself to that limit of being burnt out yet.
Really?
No.
Good for you.
I don't know.
Love that.
I don't know what burnout will look like for me. I did crash out.
Oh,
I crashed out for like 2 seconds one day, and then I just do it. Just vote. I did
vote.
I think I lost my laptop charger, and I had to
That's what sent you.
This was a bad day for me. I lost my laptop charger, and I had like a project due the next day. My laptop died.
Were you telling me about this before?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
I was at MLC till like 5 a.m. And I had a 9 a.m.
I remember that.
No, crash out. I wasn't burned out because that night after the project, I was.
Do we have something happening around that time?
What happened?
I feel like we were hanging out around that time or something.
Yeah, I was definitely complaining to you. I was like, this has been the worst week of my life.
Okay.
I'm so tired.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't think I've experienced burnout yet because I just love doing stuff.
I think a sign of that too, though, is coming out of being busy in college is that you always feel like you have to be doing something or you're wasting your time.
Yeah.
And like just that whole culture of being productive at all times.
Yeah.
When you're resting, you feel like you need to do something. Or if you have a list of to-dos, it gets overwhelming. So you do nothing and then you feel bad about yourself. That's not a way to live.
Yeah.
But
no, it's not. We were just meant to be on this earth and be like hot. Like I wish I was a dog sometimes. And just roll around and
now we're checking off these to-do lists at all times.
I'm an imposter human. That's what I am. I should be a dog.
And it's like having nothing to do over a weekend or having, oh my gosh, I don't have a project I'm working on over the weekend.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Yeah, no.
Your weekends are for rest and having fun and seeing your friends.
Yeah. Yeah.
And going to AMC.
Going to
double
AMC.
feature.
And I feel like that's just like a lot of like, don't live to work, work to live mindset.
Yes.
Yeah.
100%.
Like you're working so you can like live your life. This isn't everything. You cannot let yourself be so consumed by this stuff. Like vote.
I definitely think I have been shifting. Well, I don't think my mindset has ever been otherwise, but I'm definitely working to live.
Yeah.
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 And really in taking advantage of like my free time and my work-life balance and things like that. Well, this has been a great conversation, and I hope everybody listening can kind of take away or relate or not relate to what we've been talking about.
If you don't relate, drop a farterline floptimist in the comments.
Or you hated this episode and we are farterline floptimists.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys.
Wait, why are we beating ourselves to the punch again? Wait. Oh my gosh.
Wait.
Notice
How this is our imposter syndrome mindset.
Wait, were we even qualified to talk about imposter syndrome?
Maybe not.
Wrap it up. We'll see y'all next week.
In the comments below.
Sound off.
All right, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening.
Stay optimistic. Wink.
Find us wherever you find podcasts and video podcasts on YouTube and Spotify. Hey. Okay. All right. Bye. Bye.